Ike Africa, in partnership with the Lagos Urban Development Initiative, designed a program to support Ikeja local government in developing a roadmap for the implementation of non-motorized transport in Ikeja local government. 3 learning labs and 1 advocacy workshop was held to facilitate the development of the roadmap and seek ways to operationalize and take the roadmap forward.
What we've seen so far is that Ikeja local government have actually started to put this into practice. They've taken the roadmap and they're starting to run with it. They're also already engaging us as well as the state government, LAMATA, Lagos State Metropolitan Transport Authority, to work on implementing NMT solutions within Ikeja local government. So already we're seeing great impact and we're seeing proactive governance working.
I think the labs were very insightful because first, the labs was used to identify the issues that they were going through, and they were able to come up with everything. And the interesting thing was that they were used to get the solutions to some of these issues. So the exciting thing is, you can see that people know the issues they're going through and even the solutions, but they don't know how to go about it.
It's been helpful because I think that the idea is to come up with a sort of a roadmap or a handbook on how to utilize these relationships and how to create like a sort of a step-by-step process to achieving those goals.
The SEMCCA project was somewhat emergent, and by this I mean that the type of activities, outcomes and outputs were based on the needs, tension points and burning issues that were identified by the Learning Lab participants. The Learning Labs made use of tools, activities and co-production processes such as SWOT analysis, vision building, action identification, and mandate and stakeholder mapping. During these learning labs, participants collectively unpack the challenges that they are confronted with that lead to limited engagements in their city.
Prior to this time, we've had several engagements with the local government and there hasn't been that support. You find out that the trust issues was one of the things, because they were always thinking, what is in it for me, what is in it for us. So, but with this SEMCCA project, I've been able to see or know their fears and how to come in, from time to time.
I come from CSO, so it's always a struggle, or we always look forward to getting such engagement with people from the local government, and this was really characteristic of that, bringing people from Ikeja local government who were willing and committed to participate. The responsibility of CSOs is usually to go ahead with this kind of project, but for far too long it's really been hard to get the buy-in. I may just go on to say the same thing all over again, but we cannot really overemphasize the importance of having the CSO and local government collaboration.
Because the learning labs were facilitated by a local, non-government organization, it provided a neutral space where participants could freely voice their perspectives and experiences. This was vital in highlighting the tensions that exist that inhibit multi-level governance and lead to ineffective collaboration.
These workshops facilitate that because they put everyone in the same room and everyone can talk and exchange ideas, and I think that's the formula for change, putting people together.
Collaboration is important to all stakeholders, not just local government. But of course, when implementing projects at a local level, we must engage local government and CDAs. It's key to the work that we do because we're trying to make impact at that level. It's not just necessarily about the individual, but also the community and what we can do within that community to engage them, to improve their lives economically, socially as well. So it's impossible to do any project without collaboration, without us engaging stakeholders.
Hitherto have not really existed, like I highlighted in my previous remarks. So we're looking forward to having more. This is massive to the extent that it's a strategic local government in Lagos State. If we're able to get it done, follow up with the learnings, the feedback, and then go ahead to implement, like we're saying, have projects done at the local government level with students, with schools and all of that, then we can replicate to be easy to have the buy-in of other local governments.
Another thing that he has told me is that we must find out what the local government wants to achieve, where their priorities are, and then make sure that we are aligned with those. And lastly, we must continue to be proactive. We must continuously pressure local governments for change and action.
The Ikeja roadmap presents not only simple solutions for NMT implementation, but also the lessons learned from the Lagos Learning Labs, as well as the processes for collaboration, co-production, and building strong partnerships. Other cities could learn that meaningful and consistent collaboration and engagement is key in building trust and fostering inclusive and collective action. And it can be done.